Hello everyone. Hi, how are you doing?
Alima.
Hi, mates.
Hi, Alima.
Today we're going to discuss our notes on the TEDx video. So let's start showing our notes with Nurken. If you're ready.
Yeah, thank you, Alima. I'm ready. Thank you, guys. Good afternoon. Yeah, today we're talking about the trust in research, the ethics of knowledge production. The author is Harry Gray, the ethics center staff in the Harvard University. Can I share my screen, guys?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Give me please access. Yeah, okay. It's my notes. First of all, I write my notes by pencil, and after that I copy it and write in the Word file. In my opinion, the main idea of this video, the impact of finance and personal issues on research bias. If you agree with me, just send me a message, or after that we will discuss about the main idea and supporting idea. Okay, first of all, he has been research work in the Harvard University Ethics Center for the past 3 years, and he examined corrupting bias in knowledge, and he conducted interviews with different professors from the different schools, like law school, economic school, and other humanitarian school. Yeah, very great. And the main goal of her research was to try to understand their daily life and how the professors spend their time when they're working at university. And he had 10,000 interview, and here he found some ethical dilemmas that professors faced: risk and funding, and he understands that depends of scientists and structure and institution and scientific distortion, and the professors faced the ethical labs, and ethical lab, it means scientific integrity labs, and sometimes when the interviewer make research, he make little compromises, and it means that knowledge distorted, difficult to trust. And of course, he provide some example about the plastic water bottles, and when we drink the water from our plastic bags, and we feel it's can't we feeling better, not bad, and but 93% of studies show that it's causes of concern, and he get that this parent is funding effect, and the funded scientists supported and then overall tend to deny or any harm, and not funding scientists can find evidence of harm. It's and he claimed that some research depends on funded institution or organization funded, and of course they will provide a little bit different and a little bit different
Conclude?
yeah, different concluded than, for example, not funded scientists can find evidence of farm. It depends of the money. It depends of the, okay, it depends of connection between the funded and not funded research, for example. And as acknowledges funding is biased, and bias doesn't exist, and regulator if a bias exists, a regulatory authority must be aware about the research and they make some evidence, for example. He provide example with the drugs, prescription drugs, and the committee member who have financial conflict of interest. They depends on this committee depends on farm company, and sometimes they can give permission for the drugs which it's not has a good, for example, for the health. And he provided example with the queen who came to London School of Economic, and he asked the professor some problems, and the professor told, managing director told her that every stage relying and doing the right things. And sometimes they have a lack of independence, and only way it's to provide private equity, and of course, next after that, the speakers provide an example about the statistics and about the car accident when we talk with our mobile phone. And people who speak with mobile phone have more car accidents. But he told that many of people will continue use the phone by car, and he provides the idea that have integrity easy, but practicing integrity it's not easy, and we should aware that the funders want more influence to scientists, and scientists informed and he can't publish work until sponsor approves or the data is confident, and the scientist can't show the research and result of research because he depends on the sponsor or the founder. Visible strangling, and scientists and professors have self-censored their work and appeal to funders, and it's important that may be critical. It's important that this type of research may be critical to the public and society. That's all.
Thank you, Nurken. Your notes always are really detailed.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I agree with Alima.
Okay.
As a student from public policy.
But
who will say something about Nurken's notes?
I think that your notes is more related in descriptional way. For instance, could you open your notes? Probably your main idea is your main idea is descriptive, and you should change it to argumentative, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that it's kind of okay,
maybe it's
in my opinion, main idea, but the impact of personal issues in the video, he didn't discuss any personal issues. It's all about
personal.
Yes, there is no personal issue.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
I think that there are
Also about
a lot of examples I think they can be too much for summary.
Yeah. Thank you, Alima. But yeah, I know, and I make a example. I make a note about the example because it's easy to understand and to remember the information. But of
yeah,
course,
it's
in my summary, I can't write the example.
yeah, it seems like
I think,
it's easy for you to write everything and then
yeah,
exclude
yeah,
unnecessary
yeah,
notes,
yeah.
yes. And about
Mhm.
10,000 interviews, I think there are no 10,000 interviews. There is 10,000 interview pages.
Yep, 10,000 pages of interview.
Page.
Pages, yes, of his work.
And
Okay. It's not equal
no,
interview pages. Ah, okay, pages of
you scroll
interview. Yeah, I
down.
got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
It's,
you did about Queen who visited L.
here came to
Yeah,
LC, London School of
this
Economics.
LSE abbreviation.
LS, London School of Economic. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And
LSE.
political science. Yeah. London,
I think you
London
should
LSE.
mention
School
here
of Economic.
probably
Here,
about,
Yep.
LSE. Yeah, London School of Economic and Political Science. Yeah, sure.
you should here write about financial crisis in
Mm,
nine.
Yep. If you want.
But I think
I mean that the
it's like
problem is not
information.
undefined. Ask the problem.
Yes, if you want to write about the queen and why she came to LSE, so you need to mention the financial crisis. But if you
About the financial crisis.
yes, if you will not include this
Okay.
information, so
Okay.
so I think that's all. Can I share my notes with you?
Go ahead, Alima.
Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Nice. Nurken, I think now you should give me access to share my
Permission.
screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
can.
I don't
Good
know
job,
why.
Nurken.
How I can get the access? Ah, yeah. Yeah. You
Oh,
can, Alima.
oh, thank
Please
you.
try. Can you? Okay. Thank you.
So do you see my screen? Okay. So main idea to discuss ethical dilemmas and influence of findings to bias. First supporting idea was about interview with different professors and researchers. Second was about researchers depend not only from scientists, about distorted science, that ethical lapses can lead to false knowledge production. Then supporting idea number 3, that was about trust, that industry found that researchers have different results than individual independent researchers. So it is related with different area that with drug production and with BPA, about the plastic and others. It was from interviews from different professors. Then about regulations, that regulation bodies often have interest. Example was about drug production. That and the idea was about that experts not independent. Then about lack of independence, it leads to distort production of knowledges. So the next idea was about that we can rationalize our ethical lapses. It is hard to stay not biased in the real life. And supporting idea number 7 was about visible and invisible strings, that funding effects bias is real. And there was example of 2 ways how researchers act when they are biased. So, and the final idea was about check who fund their researchers, and that technologists need unbiased science, and we all are responsible for the unbiased knowledges of future. So that's all. My notes kind of short. What do you think about it?
I liked your notes. As
Thank
always,
you.
it is concise it has good structure.
Thank you.
Yeah, precise, like in an organization. But I have a question about main idea and conclusion.
I think main idea should be argumentative.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Got
should
the
like the conclusion be
points.
have the same idea as main idea or not?
The final idea wasn't like a conclusion. I think it was like his
What's your final idea?
Final idea of the speaker.
Yeah. It will not be my
Yes,
conclusion
I
or
remember
summary.
Clement told. Clement
So
told that
maybe
we
about
should.
ideas always. Also, you need something.
I'm worrying about like visual and invisual strings. Like we have seen the video, but can the like general audience understand it while reading your summary?
Okay. I think it maybe it will be not a
should
good
expand
example.
maybe.
Or expand the
Yeah,
idea.
I think so. One of the big was the express not independent relation. About the supporting idea for regulation often have interest. It means it is in the example when the drug prescription.
Yes,
When they
that
talked about the drug prescription, or in the other part of the video.
drug drug companies was like example of
Okay.
regulation bodies that they often have interest. It was just example of this idea.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like yours. You know, it's a short. It's the main idea and supporting idea. It
Thank
provides
you.
the main information in the video.
Thank you. So who want to be the next?
Hey,
Of course. Can you share your
Welcome.
screen, or we need to give?
yes, it seems like I can.
Okay.
You see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is my notes that the main idea that researchers met with hidden bias based on sponsors' interests, and there are several supporting ideas. First of all, that all his claims, speakers' claims, was based on his research, that he interviewed majority of scientists and professors in all disciplines, and it was 10,000 interview transcript pages. The aim of this research was to understand their real research goals. And after reviewing this with these people, the speaker how to say, the speaker separated some thoughts. And first of all, it was about the trust that people trust to research in everyday routine, undoubtedly, without thinking. That he provided example without the bottle, that we drink from plastic bottle and we don't think about harm from BPA, because all this industry, all these financial financial sectors, it is funded by this industry. So the next point was about financial conflicts of interest, that drug industry, he provided the example with drug industry, that there are a lot of experts, but no one who is independent. The next one, he provided example with the financial crisis in 2008, that the problem was known, but there were no attempts for its prevention. And the last point is about saying yes, practicing integrity. That we think that we act and we work without biases, but based on statistics. Car accidents from distracting into phones, it's easing and drivers, but drivers continue to use phones. And the speaker's final thought was about that we all should think critically, check affiliations, aims, and exclude bias. So it's also concise.
Okay, I really like your notes.
Okay.
They're short.
Thank you.
And I really liked when you named the supporting ideas for each section.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
can
It's like a
Yes.
topic of
focus on.
trust, aim, financial conflict, financial crisis, and practice integrity.
I think that the final idea about we all should think critically, it will be like the conclusion.
No, it's final thought. I should.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not conclusion. Final thought. I should.
It's like an appeal.
How?
It's like an appeal. It's call on to the public. We should all think critically.
Yeah. It's call for action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So
I don't know what to add to your notes.
Yeah, everything on their place.
Yeah, thanks.
You can
But
write
you
a
know,
good
like,
summary, I hope.
Like in the rubric we have like at least 4 supporting ideas, and you did well, like adding.
Thanks.
Really?
Yep.
I think so. Someone want to add something about Marhabat's notes? I think we all think that your notes are kind of ideal.
Yeah.
I don't know what to add. Okay, thank you, Marhabat.
Oh, thank you. I hope so.
It's look like the speaker's text, and he write a text and creates a video. It looks like you on the video, Marhabat. Thank you for your notes.
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
Madina, go
Madina.
ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's my turn now.
Yeah.
Hope. Okay, can you see now or not?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Like, okay. As you know, like the topic was trust in research, the ethics of knowledge production, and I just highlighted main idea as to value scientific integrity. To value scientific integrity, information and knowledge should not face an increased risk of bias, depending on who is funding the research. I'm not sure is it argumentative or not yet, but okay. And the first supporting idea is about like background of the speaker about how he conducted 10,000 pages of interview transcripts from all disciplines, and there he had faced ethical lapses, which is called also scientific integral lapses. And he talked about uncovering patterns of scientific distortion, like corruption of knowledge. And also, like while like you are as a researcher giving some like preferences to specific questions, not highlighting like the vital questions, it somehow like derives to the rationalizations and little compromises, and it will increase the distortions. And if it will increase the distortion, it will lead to more difficult to trust. The second idea I was considered about like funding effect, the same as like selective questions, and you are doing like favorable research outcomes. And here, I think I should like include the examples because I have already forgotten what is written here about favorable research. But here we know that not independent experts. It means like as a drug, like for pharmaceutics, they are doing for the sake of the company who's funding. For the third supporting idea, I thought about like personal integrity, where like when we are saying about like having integrity is easy, but practicing is not. And here, practicing is not easy, but recognizing like little ethical lapses and rationalizations, it's more difficult. Like you are asking yourself, is it like correct, or do you have some kind of biases or not? And for this fourth supporting idea, I thought it's it should be like how to solve avoiding some kind of like little ethical lapses. It's first of all to develop critical eye for independence and to value scientific integrity above anything else. And here, how we can achieve this, it's by scientists and professors should self-censor their own work, find out vital questions, and which is critical to the public good and society at whole. And for conclusion, like it's not a key conclusion yet, it's much more about information and knowledge requires science unfettered and unbiased. So we should take measures and responsibility.
Okay, thank you, Medina. First of all,
Okay, thank you, Madina. It's interesting.
I want to say that I like your main idea. It is argumentative.
Yeah.
And but about supporting idea number 2, I think that selective questions and not independent experts, there was different ideas. Like selective questions, it was about the researchers, and experts, it was more about the conclusions of this research. I don't know how to explain. I think that there were different ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get a little bit, add a little bit. Depends.
And about, you say that you forgot about the example. Selective questions, it was about plastic bottles, BPA, and
don't forget about the phone, car accident, plastic bottle, and Queen of England.
I think that if you don't
like
want to add all examples, it's okay. It's your summary.
Yeah, it's your notes. It's here. Is it easy to understand the information? You can use your notes, but when you write your summary, of course you can't.
Marhaba, do you want something?
You won't use your examples.
Yeah, I'm reading supporting idea number 4. And I'm trying to understand it. Probably you should a little bit cut your ideas. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's kind of hard to understand.
It's a supporting idea 4. I think it's It's a conclusion, no? It's a
It's
Yeah,
public
it's
good
more
and
like a
society.
conclusion. Yes.
yeah.
Because
Should
in
I
my
mix?
because in my notes I write it like a conclusion. It's important to that may be critical to the public and
It's
society.
like steps how to solve like and how to avoid ethical lapses. Yeah.
I disagree with you because it is not conclusion. Conclusion will be as main idea. So I think that it is also supporting idea, but I think to it need to be more easy to read.
Oh, okay. I just did it as notes.
Alima, could you prolong our meeting because I see that here
Um,
less than 1 minute.
I don't have this access.
Oh,
Actually.
really?
Yes.
Yeah. No, we haven't. Okay, thank you guys
Is
for
it
your
all?
interesting job. And yeah, I think so because we have just 10 minutes, 10 seconds to finish our or not.
Yeah,
Stop.
something like this. So thank you
Record.
for all for this interesting
Thank you
conversation.
guys.